Good morning, Marion Elementary second grade students. This is Mr. Davis here, and today we're going to be talking about math. And in our math, we're going to be talking about geometry, and we're going to be talking about shapes. So, first thing I need you to do is I need you to get a piece of notebook paper or your notebook and a pencil to write with. Okay. First thing we're going to do is on this very first blue line that we're going to have here, we're going to put the title of our activity, and it's types of shapes. So we're going to write there, the first word is types, and we've got Types, and then we're going to leave a space, and then the word of, OV, and then we're going to leave another space, shapes, SHAPES. Then we're going to have some vocabulary words that we'll have. The first one is side or edge. Okay, we'll see that referred to both ways, side or edge. Then we will have the word vertices, which is VERTICES. And then we'll also have the word face, which is FACE. So we have those three vocabulary terms there. So we've got our paper. It says types of shapes. Then our first one is side or edge. We have our vertices, and we have face. Okay. Next, we're going to put down the definition of the word shape. So I'm going to write the word shape as SHAPE, and then I'm going to draw a little line to do for our vertices, for our definition. So you see there, I've skipped a space, I put the word shape, and I've got my little line there. Okay. A shape is a closed figure. Closed is CLOSED. Figure, FIGURE. With, WITH. 3, THREE. Or, OR. More, MORE. Sides, SIDES. So, the definition for shape is a closed figure with 3 or more sides. And I'll leave that there for a second while you're able to get that definition written down. And so while we're doing this, I want you to think about shapes. What kind of shapes do you know? And what do you know about shapes? Or where do you see shapes at? Okay, we have shapes that are involved in our daily life everywhere we go and what we see. From signs that we see in our community, from boxes and packaging that we have. There are shapes that are involved with everything that we do on a daily basis. Okay. So the first type of shape that we're going to talk about is a three-sided shape. And this is what most of you know as a triangle. So what I'm going to do right now is skip a line underneath my definition, and I'm going to draw a triangle. All right. So you can see there, I've drawn my triangle. And now I'm going to label that. I'm going to talk about triangle. So I'm going to write the word triangle. It says TRIANGLE. Triangle. And the word TRI, stands for the word 3. So that tells you that's a cue word or a cue prefix for our word triangle. So when we look at that triangle right there, we're going to look at it. Now, how many sides do we see on a triangle? Well, when I look at it, I have 1, 2, and then the bottom is 3. So we know that. So underneath the word triangle, I'm going to write 3 sides. 3 SIDES. All right. So I've got 3 sides there. All right. So now when we talk about our vertices, a vertice is where 2 sides or meet to form an angle. Okay, so when I look at that, I'm going to show you right here on mine. I'm going to draw a dark dot, and this we'll call that a point. And this is the point or the vertex or the vertex. And when there's more than one, it's your vertices of that. So when we see those points there, that's where two sides have come together to form an angle. All right, so we know that a triangle has three sides and three vertices. So under three sides, I'm going to write three vertices, Vertices. All right, so right now I have triangle, three sides and three vertices. Now we also want to talk about the face. The face is the flat portion that we have here of our shape, and that's what we have here, right here. That makes it up. So we have one face. So I'm going to put 1 and F-A-C-E for face. So we now know that a triangle has three sides, three vertices, and one face. A triangle like this is considered a two-dimensional shape because it is flat. All right. The next shape that we're going to talk about is a square. All right. A square is a part of the family of what is called quadrilaterals. But the square, all four sides are the same in length. So I want you to draw one that has the best ability that you have, that all four sides are the same length. Okay. So when we look here, we got our square, and a square is spelled SQUARE. All right. And so when we look at a square, we know that a square has how many sides? When you look at that, how many sides do you see of that? Well, let's look here. If I look really good, easy, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we know that is a four-sided figure. A square has four sides, and we know that they are equal. So I have four sides that are equal in length. All right, so that's four sides. Sides is SIDES, space that, THAT, space equal, EQUAL, space NIN, space length, LENGTH. So four sides that equal in length. All right, we're going to look now at our figure. So we see there where I've got my four sides equal in length. Now I want to think about the number of vertices. We know that's where two sides come together to form a point, and that point is called the vertex. And that when we have more than one, they are vertices. So how many do we have there on the square? Take a moment and look. Did you say 4? That's correct. We do have 4. I'm going to show you those 4 vertices by putting my point where my two sides come to form an angle. And there we go. We have 4 vertices. Very good. All right. So I'm going to write 4 and vertices, VERTICES for vertices. All right. So when we look at our shape of a square, we also want to know, how many faces does it have? Well, when I look there, it has one face. Very good. All right, so we have one face because this is a flat or two-dimensional shape. So it has one face. Okay. Our next shape is also considered quadrilateral because it has 4 sides, and we know that it is a rectangle. And we know that a rectangle has 2 sides that are larger in length than the opposite two sides. So in a regular rectangle, it will look something like this. Okay, so now we're going to have rectangle, which is spelled RECTANGLE. And this also fits into the family of quadrilaterals because we know a square and a rectangle both have four sides and four vertices and four angles. So we know that it is a quadrilateral. So we also look at this. And so now that we have a rectangle, let's look at it. How many sides does it have? Did you say four? That's awesome because yes, it has four sides also. So I've got 4 and SIDES for the word sides. Now I want you to look at it and think about how many vertices does it have? Remember, a vertice is where two lines or two angle lines come together to form an angle. Sorry, tongue-tied here this morning on Monday. All right. Did you say 4? That is correct. It also has 4 vertices. So I'm going to put my point where those vertices are formed by two sides coming together to form that angle, and we have 4. So then underneath 4 sides, I'm going to write the number 4, and I'm going to put vertices, VERTICES, vertices. Okay, and once again, now when we think about that, how many faces does a rectangle have? We know this rectangle is two-dimensional and flat, so it has one face. Very good. So you're going to put underneath there, and you're going to put one face. Very good. Super proud of you on that part there. All right. And then our last shape that we're going to talk about today is a five-sided figure. 5-sided. Wonder what that could stand, what that's name is. Any ideas? If you said a pentagon, you are correct. So we're going to draw a pentagon, and it kind of starts out with like a triangle on the top, but then it comes down on the sides with 2 more lines, and then it has a flat bottom that goes across it. It's a little more difficult to draw, but you've got it right there. If you look, that is what a pentagon looks like. All right. And a pentagon, we're going to label the name of it, is spelled PENTAGON. Pentagon. All right, so now when we look at that, we want to think about the number of sides that it has. Well, how many sides do we see there? So when you go through and you count, how many do you see? If you said 5, you are correct. So we've got 5 sides. So I'm going to put the number 5 and the word sides, SIDES. Very good. All right. Now when we think about it, we know that a vertice is where it's formed when 2 lines come together to form an angle. So let's think about that. How many would you have there? If it's 5-sided, how many vertices do we have? If you said 5, you are correct. We have 5 vertices. And I'm going to put the points where those are right now to form those 5 vertices so that you can see where we have our 5 vertices. So very good. All right, underneath our 5 sides, I'm going to write the number 5 and the word vertices. VERTICES, vertices. And then when we look at that figure also, we know that it's a flat two-dimensional shape. So how many faces does it have? That's right, one face. So underneath, I'm going to put the word number 1 and the word face. So right there we have the word 1 or the number 1 and the word face. So those are the shapes that we've talked about today. We first of all have a triangle that has 3 sides, 3 vertices, and 1 face. We have a square, which is 4 sides that are equal in length. It has 4 vertices and 1 face. We have a rectangle that has 4 sides and 4 vertices and 1 face. And we have a pentagon that has 5 sides, 5 vertices, and 1 face. So that's where we're going to stop for today on our shape study. I want you to take a moment today as you walk around your house and your bedroom and so forth and look and see if you can identify any of those shapes in your house. And then come back tomorrow and we will continue our lesson about shapes and what we have to do with shapes. And then we can get into our 3-dimensional shapes, which are really fun that way. Have a great afternoon and I'll see you soon. Bye.